My future sister-in-law had a meltdown after I refused to spend my husband's insurance on her wedding. Now she's threatening to cancel the wedding because she doesn't want to marry into a selfish family. My future sister-in-law had a meltdown after I refused to spend my husband's insurance on her wedding. Now she's threatening to cancel the wedding because she doesn't want to marry into a selfish family. My older brother proposed to his girlfriend back in December. I and my future sister-in-law have not been in a good relationship because aside from noticing that she is abusing my brother financially, I have seen her hitting my brother, and I tried to call the police. My brother still ended up choosing her side and refused to press charges. That's when I went low contact with him. However, my dad and stepmom decided to have a family dinner on their outdoor patio to discuss my brother's wedding last week. My brother called me and told me he needed my help with the preparation and would appreciate it if I helped with the planning, no matter how little I contributed. I agreed because I knew it would be one of the most memorable events of his life, and I should be there to support him no matter how I hated his bride-to-be. Dinner was uneventful, but afterward, my future sister-in-law pulled out a 3-ring binder and started handing out information packets about her wedding. When and where she wanted it, pictures of dresses she was considering, colors, ideas for catering, pictures of cakes, everything a well-prepared bride could come up with. My favorite page was a list of expenses, how much she expected everyone to contribute. She wanted $50,000 from our parents and $30,000 from me. I was appalled. I said, "You expect me to contribute? That's hilarious." I was met with a stern gaze from my future sister-in-law. "Oh my god, you're serious?" "Yeah, that's not happening." Cue the meltdown from the bride-to-be. Her dad speaks up and tells her that her parents would give her $70,000 to do what she wanted. She started crying. My dad chimes in and says, "Yeah, between the three of us, we will pay for a nice rehearsal dinner for 30 people and an open beer and wine bar at the reception." That's it. Then she lost it, and she started screaming. Like holding her hands over her ears and shouting, "Why is everyone trying to ruin my life?" So I said, "This is where I leave." She stands up, comes to me, and gets in my face, telling me it's all my fault. She said I have money from my husband's insurance, so I should be willing to spend it on her because she will be a family. I just laughed, looked at my brother, and said, "Good luck with all that," and walked out. My SIL blew my phone up for 2 days, calling me names and telling me how awful I was. I haven't talked to my brother, but my dad said the wedding planning has been put on hold while she reevaluates whether she wants to marry into a selfish family. My stepmom told me the day after that she and my dad had seen SIL act like a brat a few times toward my brother, but never anything like that night at dinner. My dad told my brother what happened was ridiculous, and he and she owed me major apologies. He also let my brother know that he now has apprehensions about my brother getting married to her, and he wanted my brother to think about what he wanted, that if he decided to marry her anyway, he wouldn't know how much of our family would attend. My brother and I met for lunch at my dad's house today. When I walked in, he tried to hug me, but I wasn't having it. He did apologize. Sincerely, I believe. He told me that he knew about all the wedding stuff she had prepared but not the expense sheet, and that he had told her weeks ago what his parents were willing to pay for and that she could not ask me for money. He knew that she didn't listen to him, and he was pissed but didn't want to cause a scene in front of everyone. He went on to say that when they left, he blew up on her, and she told him she couldn't believe he was okay with his family being so selfish. It escalated with her packing a bag and going to a hotel because her parents said she couldn't go to their house. I asked him where they stood now, and he just shrugged. I wondered if he still wanted to marry her, but I said I didn't care before he answered. It was his life. He could do what he wanted, but I would not. And if he did marry her, our relationship would change forever.